Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. I'm Christian and today we've got another great token for you that's just hit the market. Now Panda Inu is on the Ethereum chain. It's not like the normal BEP20 tokens and it's already on CoinMarketCap. So we're going to have a look at the price chart action, the socials and the roadmap about Panda Inu and where is a good time to buy into this token to see their most important gains. So if you want to find out more information about Panda Inu and how exciting it is, stay tuned and let's get into the video. So before I start today's awesome video, I have to say that anything you see, hear or choose to ignore is not financial advice. No, this bad boy is here for your educational purposes only and trying to give you tokens as they hit the market. So with that being said, let's jump straight into CoinMarketCap and see what Panda Inu is doing. Boom, so as we can see, Panda Inu has just hit the market. So it's doing what your typical token always does. It has the absolute blow off pumps and the paper hands or the sellers or the people that don't really know the project value start selling off and trying to turn a quick book. Before the project bottoms out, then it sees what's called the sideline investors come in and the token really starts coming to life. And this is where we look for in the token, where we think the bottom's going to be and then try and front run the next higher highs and higher lows. So as we can see on CoinMarketCap, it's only really been a day's action, but you can see it's already found its high, found a kind of bottom area and starting to have a bit more of a relief rally and steadying out. So we're going to look at the price chart action in a second and see if this is the time to jump in and buy Panda Inu. So with that being said, we're going to have a look at the socials because it is a brand new token. So let's have a look. The Twitter is just up and coming. So they are starting out, they are getting a little bit behind it, but this project is here for a long time. Now I've looked into this and they are looking to do quite a lot of stuff. So as we know on Twitter, it can be a little bit hit and miss and take a little time to get off the ground. But if we jump straight into their website, we can have a look at their roadmap and see what they're trying to do. They've done a Uniswop launch, they've burnt liquidity, they've got 500 holders and Telegram members, they've done a CoinMarketCap listing already straight away, which is a lot quicker than a lot of tokens do, and it's reached 1 million market cap. So you can see this token is really looking to do a lot with it. So what are they looking to do in phase 2, which is going to be really important for people wanting to invest in it now? Because if this is truly the bottom and we're early and we get into Panda Inu, we could be looking at what phase 2 and phase 3 has in store for us to get them exponential gains. So we're looking at marketing campaign, which is always good. They're looking to launch NFTs. They've got a utility white paper getting released and they're looking to get 3 million market cap with 1,000 Telegram members, as well as an influencer campaign, which will really push this token forward. And they're looking to do a utility development. Now, obviously, we don't know what that is at this point, but that could be exciting news. And then they start getting listed on exchanges and partnerships. And that's where you see your early investment in this kind of token really shoot for the moon. Now, if all this can get done before the end of the bull run and when Bitcoin starts getting boring and money flows into the altcoins and alt tokens, we could really see a lot of work going on this depending on the marketing campaign. But for me, I think this is really one of them that will have their kind of marketing campaign ideas together and look to push this token as far as they can. So this could be exciting times for this token. Now, where does that leave people looking at this? Well, obviously you have to do your own research. It's not financial advice, but it did have a fair launch, and it is on the Ethereum chain, the ERC20 token, which is all green flags in my opinion. Now, the 3% to the team and the 6% to the Panda are not big amounts. So the old tokenomics are looking pretty good. Now, also on top of this, you've got the NFTs, which they're looking to do, which for me is going to start ramping up probably January, February time again, when the alt season and the altcoins start to cool down. So by this time, I think they'll really have their NFT roadmap together and start hitting it right in the peak of the NFT bull run. And this is just my opinion, but it's an opinion that's shared with a lot of influencers, that the NFT market's cooling down now because the alt tokens and the meme tokens are really taking over, and that the NFT season will probably start coming in January, February time. But go over to their website, have a look at it, and you will see a lot of cool information there. And obviously there's enough there for you to do your own research and obviously look at what you want it to do, invest in this token. So now we're going to jump into that all important part that you've all been waiting for. A lot of people on Ripto like to invest. So you want to see the price chart action. Where's this going? What's the chart looking like? Is it consolidating? Is it juicy? Is it ready to buy? Is it ready to watch? Or is it ready to sell? Well, let's jump straight into that price chart action now. Boom. As you can see, it's doing exactly what it says on the tin. And what we say when we look at these new tokens, we've looked at these time and time again on Ripto. It has the launch. It absolutely shoots to the moon. It gets botted. It gets launched. It gets all the FOMO, the fear. And then it drops back down to a mid-level, has a bit of relief rally, then sort of drops back down and finds a bottom. But what's interesting about Panda Inu is that if you have a look at the way it's declined and the people selling off and the paper hands, etc., and where we think we're sort of looking at a kind of bottom, you can see it hasn't dropped as much as a lot of tokens normally do. Because if this area here is truly the bottom, a lot of tokens normally relief rally a bit here and then start going back down to here before they find the bottom and then shoot back up. But this one's found the bottom quite high at this area here. Now, obviously, it's had a relief rally. There is a lot of momentum coming in there. You can see there's a lot of buy orders coming in on this one, and people are sort of starting to get a lot more bullish on this token. So this for me is a good indication because a lot of tokens normally pump, they dump hard. So you'd expect this to come all the way back down here, maybe a bit of relief rally, come back down to these kind of levels here, go sideways a bit, and then start making a momentum up. But this token has not been as weak as that in looking at the charts here, because you can see it's pumped to pretty much the high here and it went down to a low, consolidated for a period, went back down. But this is where it's found the rally compared to where all the hands were selling off. So this token now is moving on the way back up. So this would be a really good area to kind of watch and buy into, because for me, I like to look at the tokens. I want to know what it's all about. We do a review on them because we obviously want you to think, is this a good token? So we're putting it on your radar and you go over, do your own research and let you know what it thinks. But it is getting juicy at this kind of resistance level now. So what does that mean? Well, it means one or two things. This area here was the support here. It broke support, found new support here and went back to resistance. So if this breaks through this resistance now and does a bounce, we could see a momentum to the upside. Or it could trade sideways in this channel here and then break up and then would look to probably buy at support and sell at resistance. Or if it bounces down here, it could break the kind of this support area and go in. But we're at resistance at the moment. So this is an absolutely critical time to look for. And we'd be hoping for it to bounce through there and go to kind of reliefing up to higher highs. So now is a great time to look at this token. Start putting in your charting lines and see where your entry levels are. Now for me, I would be looking at this area here for entry level at this moment in time. If by the time you see this video, this is broken, this area of resistance support here, then obviously you're bang on the money. You can get in pretty much straight away and use this as support up for the rally. If it's breaking down to here, you have to wait a little moment to make sure that it's not at kind of support level too long and then drop down to kind of these areas here, because we don't want it trading in this channel. We want it trading in this channel. But this token is really early and we are in what we're going to see as an altcoin blow, alt token blow off top. So the whole of the alt market is not on the downward spiral at the moment, it's on the upward spiral. So we want to be looking at this, really following that momentum and start being bullish. It's had its pump, it's found good area and good gains here. The paper hands in the weeks are sold off and they sell off normally from anything from 2 to 7 days. This one looks like it's going to be a bit shorter because obviously it's kept a high bottom price before the relief rally come in here. This one's expected because people want to see what's happened. There's two kind of relief rallies. They want to see what's happened after the big pump. And normally you see a massive dump, but we haven't here, which is really bullish news. Then you see the relief rally pump, which went higher than its original to a new all-time high. Then you see the paper hands sell off because they want to cash in here. People that have had the tokens either down here or the bots or anything. They'll continue to sell off for a little while before the real investors like you, me, and everyone that wants to get in this token long term starts buying in, believes in the roadmaps, and it shoots to higher highs. So that's my analysis on Panda Inu. I think it's really prime now that you go over, have a look at this, and boom. So I really think it's key that you put this one on your radar. You go over there now, have a look at it, put your trade lines in, pick your supports and resistance, because this is at its prime now, and it could be in the midst of doing its bottom into its relief rally, and you could be looking at some exponential gains. So with that being said, as always, trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.